Hello, I am so glad you can join me today. If you're new to this channel, welcome. If you've been here before, welcome back. Guys, today I'm coming to you with another video. This time we're making some chicken, but just not any chicken. Today I will be making you some chicken with coconut milk. And it's a very easy recipe, and I've been trying to bring you easy recipes, and this one is easy, okay? So let's get started. I'm excited to show you what I'm going to do. I have some chicken here. This chicken has already been cleaned and it has already been seasoned. Now guys, when you're gonna cook your chicken, you do everything in advance. So what I did is I cleaned this chicken early, I seasoned it, and I put it aside until I was ready. And what I seasoned it with is Bajan seasoning, which is scallions and onions and peppers and everything chopped up together and mixed with some spices. That's what I seasoned it with. I also add some extra black pepper and so on. But you can season with anything that you have in your cabinet. There's no set thing to season with. You can season with anything, okay? So let's get started. What I did is I cut my chicken into small pieces. As you can see, the chicken is cut into small pieces. And I am gonna just drop them here in some flour. And I am going to put in a pan over here that I have, and I'm going to brown it on both sides. Now, I'm not really going to cook the chicken all the way through, so my stove is going to be on a high heat. I'm just going to give it a color on both sides, and then I'm going to take it out, okay? So come over the stove. Let me show you what I'm going to do. Guys, so I have my pan here, and in my pan, I'm just going to put some oil. This is olive oil, but you can use, as I always say, any oil that you want. I'm not putting a lot of oil to cover the chicken, just enough for the chicken to sit in. And then I'm gonna flip it, okay? Leave this for a few minutes in here. Guys, when you get your oil is hot, you're gonna go ahead and place your chicken pieces in there. And as I said, I'm gonna let this brown on both sides, and when it's brown on both sides, we will go on to the next step. Okay guys, so here's the chicken. So as I told you, what I did is I browned the chicken. They're brown on both sides. It's not fully cooked. I just wanted to give it that dark color. So now over here I have some onions, some garlic, some tomatoes, and some peppers. So let's continue this coconut chicken. So let's go back over to the stove. Okay guys, so this is the pan here that I fried the chicken in. Okay, so I'm gonna put a little more oil in there, and I also want to put some butter in there as well. Let's put a little heap in this, like probably about a tablespoon of butter in there, in here, and melt that down. Over here guys, I have some garlic. I'm just gonna put the garlic in there right now. Just to saute the garlic for a minute. So we're gonna saute the garlic in here. We have all the flavors and so on from the chicken, so that's why we're gonna stay with this pan. All right, so after we saute the garlic for a few minutes, then I have some onions here. I'm gonna add some onions guys, but I'm not gonna add all this onion. I leave back some of the onions. I'm gonna put, this is some fresh thyme, I'm gonna put in there. I leave back some of the onions because I'm gonna put the onions in, some of the onions in at the end, so I can get that nice crunch from the onions, so everything is not too soft. In here, I'm not gonna put the tomatoes in as yet. I'm just gonna put the peppers in here. And you can leave back a couple of the peppers too, to put in at the end. I'm just gonna saute this, and then you can add to this now guys. Okay guys, so when you have, so now to this, I'm gonna add a little, this is some red pepper flakes. I'm going to add to that. I have here some turmeric. I'm going to add a little turmeric to that. I have some all-purpose seasoning. I'm gonna add a little bit to that. I have some white pepper. I'm gonna add a little bit to that. So I'm just sprinkling a little bit, guys. I'm not measuring to say half a teaspoon of this or half. I'm just sprinkling a little bit. This is some paprika. I just sprinkle that. I like to add ketchup when I'm cooking certain things, so I add some ketchup to that. Continue to mix this up. Ooh, guys, the peppers are gonna make me sneeze in a minute. And now I'm gonna add my tomatoes. I'll continue to saw this up, I'll continue to stir this. I'll continue to stir it, guys. Then here, this is where our coconut milk comes in. This is 2 cups of coconut milk. And add to that. And now to this, guys, to this I'm gonna go ahead now and add the chicken that we just browned on both sides. Add the chicken to it. And this is it right now. I'm just gonna put a cover on here. Make sure it goes. Put a cover on here and let this come to a boil and let the chicken finish cook. And then that's it. I show you, this is an easy peasy recipe. Okay guys, so let's go ahead and check. Now this has been in here for about 5 minutes, 10 minutes, and that's about good. You don't have to cook it for very long. I'm gonna add a little bit of salt because I didn't add any salt earlier, just a little bit. You know, you can taste it and then you add the amount of salt you want. Now remember the leftover onions and peppers I had earlier. I'm just gonna throw those in there. If you're a person that don't like onions, you don't have to do that. But when you put the onions in there, you just leave it like that. You don't have to cook it anymore, it's done. But when you're eating, you just have that crunch of the onions. But if you don't like onions like that, as I said, you don't have to add onions in at the end, okay? And that's done. 1, 2, 3, and that's done. So I'm gonna serve that up and I'm gonna come back, taste it, and tell you what it tastes like. Now the coconut milk chicken is all done. Here it is. It looks delicious. Wish you guys were here to smell it because it smells delicious. So I'm gonna taste this for you. I'm gonna taste it for you in a minute. Over here, let me show you, I made some quinoa with some vegetables. So this is stir-fried quinoa with vegetables I have over here, and I'm gonna serve this coconut cream, this coconut milk chicken with it. So let me go ahead. This is the thyme that was in there. Take a couple pieces of chicken, put over here. And this is the onions that I add in at the last minute. And just add a little gravy, guys. And guys, okay guys, so this is how you make your cream coconut chicken. And you can serve it with whatever you want to serve it with. You can serve it with mashed potatoes, a baked potato, or quinoa or rice. So I'm having it with some vegetable quinoa today. So let me go ahead and taste it and tell you exactly what it tastes like. All right. First, let me taste a piece of the chicken. Chicken is nice and tender. And you have some onions and your peppers and your onions and so on. So let me taste it for you and tell you what it tastes like. That is good. Now guys, when I did the chicken, I put the chicken in a little bit of flour, and then I fry it, you know, but I wouldn't say fry it, but I browned it on both sides, right? So what happened is the flour that I browned the chicken with is what made this gravy thick, okay? If you don't want to put flour in your chicken, you don't have to. If you want to put a little something in to thicken the gravy afterwards, you can do that. I can leave it just as it is. But that flour helps to thicken it. It is delicious. Let me taste it with rice, with the quinoa now. Quinoa is delicious. I love quinoa. I hope you guys do too. So I'm going to taste the two together and tell you. Guys, that is really good. Go ahead and try making yourself some coconut cream chicken. You see how quick and easy that was? It didn't take very long at all. Just cut your chicken small that you can they'll cook fit. Just cut your chicken small that they'll cook quickly. Guys, I had fun making this, and I hope you have fun making some for your family as well. Don't forget to share, like, and subscribe to the channel. If you've already watched this far, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Don't forget to hit the bell notification because it notifies you every time I put a video up. Guys, I had fun, and I hope you do as well. Until next time, bye-bye.